Well, good evening. Bit more Valhalla tonight. Why does this game seem really low? Oh, it's just the BGM. That's right, I did lower that a bit. I don't know if it's like maybe too low. I'm just looking at the levels as I do this. Let's make it like that, maybe? Maybe like that. Oh, I don't know. You know what, it's probably fine. I hope I did remember to save last time. I think I did. It's just been a little while, so it's hard to remember. You have no new notifications or reminders. Right. I'm gonna get that nano camo thing. Oh man, I feel like there was something big going on, or just about to go on in like the world, the city. Something between you know what? Why don't we just check the news again? That'll help us. I was trying to remember the name of a particular organization. White Knights, right. There was like a rebellious faction of the White Knights starting to crop up, wasn't there? Something is starting to come to a head. Well, there is the Alice Rabbit invasion, Crow, you're right, but there's also like a separate other conflict starting to bubble up. Apollo Bank, was that where? See, this isn't Alice Rabbit, this is something else. Streaming Chan, I almost forgot about her. Oops. Yeah, see, Alice Rabbit is attacking the Augmented Eye, which is the newspaper. Terrorist attack. A dual threat. Well. Maybe we just heard like rumors about it last time. And we'll hear more about it today. Yeah, I hope Say is alright. That's our White Knight friend, right? The real gentle soul. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly. So that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. The streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet, right? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. That's right, he just like ran off last time. I forgot what was said or what was happening, but he got scared and he ran. If you say so. That girl's still here? Oh, Streaming Chan? Yup, she was sleeping so peacefully, I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Oh god, I kinda would. Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kinda my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady. Sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, right! The shoddy downtown bar! Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Oh, God. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Jan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon! It burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Just say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without a label, there's not much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not that counterfeit. I'll serve it today if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. Jukebox time. I'm surprised. Once again, I'm surprised I haven't, unlocked almost all the songs yet. I wonder... still, how you go about actually unlocking these. Because I feel like I haven't gotten any prompt in the game mentioning it yet. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. Hey, Jill, that was my joke. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit. That was a record-breaking jinx. Oh, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. Weird. How is it gonna drink? I don't know if I want to put alcohol straight into the brain jar. That seems like a bad idea, but also I'm insanely curious. All aged and mixed. Oops. Reset. Sorry, I'm off my game tonight because Gil's not here. Here you go, Mr. Brain Man. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. I should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? Indeed, I have the same system Willem do. Can I ask you something, Miss? Call me Taylor, just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So... how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains and jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill? That's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with all the commotion and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright, then yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer to make Taylor happy. That's easy. Here, a beer. Ah, yes, no matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember anything? Everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you first saw yourself like this? For the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside of this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilim can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. I just noticed that his talk sprite is just the bubbles coming up faster. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma. Oh, this lady. What was her voice again? I feel like it wasn't very special. Maybe just like more girly than Jill. Oh, Alma. Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar stuff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. What? You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry. You don't see a talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work for a summer in Lilo maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Alright, I'm actually gonna lower the music a bit more, because it does feel a bit loud here. Okay. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What do you have? I have a Cobalt Velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. But alcohol doesn't affect you. Okay then. Just a Cobalt Velvet. I'm glad people are being very specific today. Don't have to make me decide for them. Because I always seem to mess that up. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. No, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys I've been with in the last year. Or guys have been, not guys I've been with. Whoops. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. Well, don't Alma and I have some history? Anyway, that goes beyond the bar. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So, you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, this other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. Next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than many other people is kind of sad, though. And it's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've got to go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? I'm just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have the names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A. Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta is the eldest one, and then there's Diana just before me. And then comes Ava, and at the bottom lies Bella... Sorry. The youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Avita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Avita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister Diana just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Wow. Wow! Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about it when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me to. Well, it seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us. Instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know, proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. Do you want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Okay, is it in... Yep, it's in bottled. What do we do with this? Go to the bottled drinks and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Okay. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is. Holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine. I've had it worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about other studies, woman. I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout. Dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I can understand that. I see. Alright, now's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know, I just kind of said, that's it, one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Oh god. Oh god, no, don't make me speak French. Mon agresseur est plein d'anglais. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. Oh, thank God. I did try, though. When college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kind of lucky, you know? All my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. It's like, it's the same thing it's like hackathons. I always never knew what a hackathon was until I got to college, and I realized it's like a convention, sort of, that people go to and just try to brute force different security systems and find flaws with it, and it's almost like a charity thing. It's really cool. I've never been to one myself, but I always thought it was a great idea. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, and I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info, like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? Mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I've always had a Sudoku or a crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh. I've never thought about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time printic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. Okay. I can't search by that, unfortunately, but I can always give her a gut punch. Maybe to wake you up from whatever stupor that absinthe put you in. Here you go. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. Alma, please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know myself. Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help me because I have to pay the bills and also buy random things that, like, resolve my stress, I guess. Every time I go to buy something, it says Jill will be able to focus the next day, but I've never actually seen what happens if Jill can't focus. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Dunno. Moving my stuff to the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. You know, having a liquor collection? Like just some liquor that, I don't know, you decorate a space with, you've amassed over time. It sounds really unusual at first, but it also sounds like the perfect thing that a mixologist, no, a barista might have. I never considered that as being something collectible. Like, I always considered alcohol to be something people just drank or celebrated with. Huh, that's really interesting. And there is like a lot of rare alcohol that you wouldn't find everywhere, so on another hand, it makes a lot of sense that it's something to be collected. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. No, I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken for my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure, sure. But I don't see her. I see Dorothy for some reason. I never noticed her in this little screen before. Yeah. Cold, 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 cold. Where is... Yes, we have to have that one. This is a great song. And the only one I really recognize at this point. Sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo actually. Really? It's a bit complicated though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Well, bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks, but refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff are you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you! Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Jeez. Was it the sugar rush with optional karma train? Yeah. She could use a sugar rush. That sounds like a soda. Just mixed. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of stuff. You don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Who's Lawrence? Did she name a vending machine? Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. Hmm? I'm lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. Pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. That's right, she has like guns in her fingers or something. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We don't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. What the fuck? It was a success! Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers until I find on the way. Uh-huh. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. And once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then when I'm finally in, I gotta retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use the info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff? What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Oh, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate user privileges, find flaws in my security. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilimarnik's unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yeah, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. It just so happens that he got married to my sister. I'm starting to lose it, guys. Hey Dorothy, do you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay! I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you?
Such a small yet comfortable place. Surely an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical.
What the? This guy. I love him. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then?
17.
Excuse me?
I said 17. 7 plus teen.
What does that mean?
What does it mean to you?
Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right?
Only if you want it to be.
How does that mean? I don't think drinks are numbered, so... Is he just asking for whatever? What if I just give him the worst thing I can? $17 of every ingredient.
How is this a 17?
It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was, and I think it isn't.
Ooh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky.
And what brings you here, mister?
I'm Armandio, Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite.
Right.
I came here looking for an otherworldly experience.
Is he got a... I thought this was hair. I thought this was like a wisp of hair, but no, it's like a question mark tattoo on his forehead. This guy is so weird.
I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them.
We have some arcade machines on the corner.
No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people, I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory.
Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though.
Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own.
I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Oh yeah? Then give me an example, non-zoologist bartender.
Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed, or something.
Takes over a pride? You can't take over a pride! Pride isn't a tangible thing! You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means?
The atomic number of chlorine?
No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know?
The group where halogens are in the periodic table?
Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table.
Okay then, I give up.
17 is us.
Huh?
Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me.
It's 23.
What is?
Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17.
Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea.
Primal. Do you want anything else?
I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat.
Okay. Son of a bitch. So maybe something soft? Why am I trying to decipher this? Soft, sweet, and a plum. Fruity? What would that be? Hey, this is for smug assholes, so let's give him this. Hold on, what?
Oh, I didn't expect you to be able to deliver it, you know.
What?
I asked you for an impossible order to prove the feebleness of the human condition. No matter what you do, you'll never have all the answers and resources you need. You can make as many drinks as you want, but you would never be able to deliver that ridiculous order.
You still have to pay for this, you know.
Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death?
Is he threatening me? How?
What if we're already dead? Both of us.
What?
What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real, and we were not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room?
I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters.
Such a close-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started! It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way.
That's not German, I don't think.
Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order!
What?
A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems.
Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window.
Be careful.
Is that gunshots? I see a lot of flashes in the distance.
Jill, come here a sec.
What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems.
I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside.
What if they break in?
They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight.
I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office?
No, I guess it's fine.
Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zenkantu on hand just in case.
The metal bat with nails?
There's nothing I can't bash.
Say, Gil. 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Things are getting serious. Mistakes 3. Don't tell me those mistakes were from what's his name, the Italian guy, the genius philosopher, Velociraptor. Heck. Oh, right. We don't go back to the apartment because we're staying in the bar. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. It's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? Oh, that kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is he's doing, he's safe. And dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too hasty right now. Nasty right now. Let's take Sunday off. No, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh, this is different. Is this like Metal Gear Solid? And here we are. Home sweet home, thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Hmm? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so sure, yeah. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh, yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though, smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing that Kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? I don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway.
We'll see.
Come to think of it, how old are you, boss?
I'm eternally 17.
Oh no, 17! Fair enough. 17 plus how much?
17 plus, I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew.
Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable.
Take your time.
The cat doesn't like her.
Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction.
Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time.
He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green.
Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss?
Back at home we had a bear.
I said, what?
Good old Bosco, he kept intruders away better than any dog.
Right.
Oh, this picture here isn't something you see every day?
What? Me taking such a sappy pic?
No, a framed picture on a printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these?
That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister.
Huh, is this pic recent, or...?
Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago.
You look exactly the same.
I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old.
I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex.
Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since.
Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pic out like this then?
I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable.
I'll just put this away.
I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's been too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. That'd be a mess. Well, I guess we're gonna meet Lenore at some point.
It's never too late to apologize, Jill.
Maybe.
What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope.
It's nothing. Nothing. No, please give that to me.
All right. I saw nothing. Don't worry.
Anyway, let's grab some beers.
Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer.
Beers so far. Cans left. Uh-oh. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get.
Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these?
The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. Besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of a Pilsner.
In English, please.
You've run a beer, Dana. How can you not know the difference? This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor.
Dunno, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you used at the bar again?
Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. Jesus.
It was a supplement or something, right?
It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the mating kiss polluted the water supplies. What? Mating kiss? This seems like a really important thing. Why am I only just hearing about this now? The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars.
And is that this one is made with it?
Ugh. Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks.
I see. And I just realized something.
What?
You're a nerd, Jill.
Guilty as charged. Here's my alcohol collection if you feel like getting anything else.
Those bottles over there?
Should I be drinking? I didn't know I could just press this anytime. I can't afford a fancy fridge or whatever for them, so I have to put them in plain sight. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came in here, he'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyway, maybe many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want.
I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. I'm more of a Theodore Roosevelt girl.
I have a teddy bear in my closet, but I don't think you can drink that.
Nah, that's what I... Wait, you do?
I'm not ashamed of Dr. Fluff, but it just so happens that I have a cat. And I don't want the bear's filling spilled all over the place.
Oh. Anyway, beer's fine, don't worry.
If you say so.
Where did that collection come from, anyways?
Calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them.
That's sweet.
I've already downed some of it over the years, though. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol. Well then, what's the point of keeping a collection?
I guess you'd need to be an expert or something to notice the difference.
Yeah, I make sure the water's the right color, though. Bottom line, if you want to taste anything from it, let me know, so I can pick out the bottles that don't just have water in it.
You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know?
Does it make you uncomfortable?
If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though.
Aside from filling an empty spot on the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless.
What? No steamy nights of passion?
Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then.
Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain.
No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though.
That's what friends are for. Oh, wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face?
That's what friends are for. Hey, boss, be honest with me here.
About what?
Who's Gil exactly?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he?
Oh, yeah, that... Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but so far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France during the time in time frame. Ooh. And it's always like that. When I think I have a clue as to who he is, there's something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome.
A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright.
You worried about him?
You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot.
You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him.
And third?
He absolutely hates bell pepper.
He does?
Oh, I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it.
Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something.
He's not.
Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy?
He showed up in the door of the bar.
He what?
Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion.
Right, levitation potion.
It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he couldn't have money on him.
He didn't have money on him.
I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying.
Huh?
I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day.
Damn.
I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I'd judge him from what he did as an employee.
Drink. But now I have no beer left, Crow.
And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally.
What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care
of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily.
I see.
You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know.
How so? Open. Now this is open. Oh. So when I was drinking, oh, this percentage was just for 1 can? Oh, I see. I still don't know, like, what the point of drinking is. I've just been clicking it when, like, the conversation gets a little, real.
Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name.
Alma?
I was gonna say Armitage.
She's a nice girl, you know?
I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl.
Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest.
You have bad relations with your family?
Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed.
I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl.
Ah, Dorothy.
She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement.
I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird.
You think?
Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must.
I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72.
Oh, this is Jill. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilim get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction.
Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird, though.
It is?
You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons.
Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake.
Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilim?
As far as I know, it's because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. Oh, interesting. A god AI, a god program. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore.
Ooh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name?
Oh geez. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that.
It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud.
Try me.
Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne?
Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns.
Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't really help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere.
I saw a couple of episodes once, they were really nice.
It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presents Jules hating her job because of invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. How the main character wasn't a kid, Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck.
Whoa, you got excited there.
And that is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs and dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters.
Something tells me you still can.
That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise. Tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, but I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs.
Sounds rough.
You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I found the whole thing too silly in retrospect.
And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable.
I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss?
When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with the kids bigger than me. And then puberty happened, and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was, and I went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better.
Fair enough.
So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa?
He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seems to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him.
Can I ask how he died?
Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question?
I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you.
Oh.
From what you tell me, though, it seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit.
I've heard that once since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it?
Keep in mind you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris.
The one you called for the helmet thing?
That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly.
She's managing a bar too?
I got the idea from her, actually.
Oh.
It's called Nirvana, and if you thought this city was dangerous, oh, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with.
And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there?
I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana B in the hotel instead.
Weird decision.
I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave.
Woman cave.
That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime.
Wait, you were in the what?
I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, a chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot.
A corporate what?
I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you?
I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was a pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat.
Hey, a cat's fine too, you know?
Hey boss, what will you do when the bar closes?
I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while.
I see.
Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can.
Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in?
I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to.
You're sending me to someone you have problems with?
If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter.
I'll trust you on that one then.
Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something.
We'll see.
Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit.
Yeah, maybe. No, I was kind of worried that that whole conversation would just go on forever until I finished drinking all of the beer. I'm kind of glad that wasn't the case, and I could just, I don't know, drink at my leisure. It's pointless, but it was also kind of nice. Oh. Chapter 2. I wonder how many chapters there are. We just got to chapter 2. What do you mean? Maybe this is a much longer game than I thought it would be. That's good though, because I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad, because then that kind of means to me that the plot threads are like really going to be more fleshed out than I first expected. Cool. Electricity bill. Okay, that should be no problem. Jill is curious about a Daruma she saw. Aren't Darumas those little like weird ugly statues? Those ugly Japanese like statues that kind of look like an oval shaped little man. How curious. Getting one will prevent her from becoming too distracted. Really? Because that thing would distract me if it was sitting in my room. Okay, let's find a Daruma for Jill. And of course it's not going to say that it's a Daruma, right? Beer on discount. Didn't we already get that? What would it be? Oh, cracked Daruma. How did I glance over that? A Japanese souvenir that has seen better days. Still has a vintage charm to it. Oh wait, I only have $4,000? Really? What did it say? On the 24th. And today is the 19th, yes? It shouldn't be a problem. As long as I get perfect drinks. You even Gil? Oh, hey guys.
How the hell did you get in?
I have a copy of the key, remember? Wait, that's how you greet me after so many days?
I never doubted you'd be fine. If anything, I'd have to cut your paycheck for leaving me so many days without notice. See, Joe, he'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened.
Wait, why does he have a copy of the key and I don't?
The need for you having a key never arose.
True.
Anyway, glad you're fine, Gil.
Thanks, I guess. What? Are you gonna make me wash the bathrooms again? Not today. Listen, I don't know who the hell you really are or what's trying to come back to bite you in the ass. But remember, there are people that actually care about you. Don't just leave like you did. Especially after all hell broke loose. At least give us a sign that you're still alive. So, you were worried? Isn't that normal? When it comes to you, I don't know. Shut up.
She's right, though. You shouldn't make ladies worry so much. Check if the cats didn't move the internet antenna, would you?
Fine, fine. Hey boss, why did you leave the hoodie at my place?
Because it's yours?
But I told you you could keep it.
Sorry, I couldn't find it in myself to take it.
Why?
Partly because I didn't feel right taking it. But mostly because I thought you'd totally look cute with it.
I see.
Don't think I'm rejecting a gift of yours, it's just preserving cuteness is one of my principles.
Right.
Are you still worried about the whole bar closure thing?
Of course I am. Not like I can't work because of it, but you know.
All we can do is enjoy whatever time we have left here as best we can.
Yeah.
So cheer up. Clients smell sadness and fear, and we don't want that. I'll go to my office.
Okay. Yeah, 10 is fine. Did I miss anything? Not really, no. Anyways, let's start the day. Oof. I'm glad Gil is okay, but I still wonder what he was even doing. We haven't seen Bronson at all today either. That's different. So far, Dorothy has been here every single day almost. Or at least every stream. Like every other day, I guess. And Bronson used to be here every day, or every stream. I wonder if he'll make an appearance. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh yeah, Gil? Glad to see you're fine. I mean it. Thanks.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Dana Zane.
May I have your name?
Tell her it's Brian.
Just a sec. Boss, some Brian guy's looking for you. Tell him I'll be there in a bit! Shell, you heard her.
It's alright, I'll wait.
It's sweet for someone to come asking for her, though.
It's not so weird when you're the BTC's regional manager in these parts.
Yeah, I guess that's... I guess I didn't give you the best first impression.
Don't worry, I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not a fan of people treating me too nicely because of my position anyways. Handle me like I'm just another client.
Alright, I can do that. What can I get you, Mr. Brian?
Let's go with the basics. Sugar rush, please.
Coming right up. Easy. I'm learning. I didn't search for it by name. I searched for it by flavor because I knew it was sweet. But I guess that's obvious for something called Sugar Rush. Here.
Yeah, this one's nice.
Back in training, they made a big deal out of Sugar Rushes. Why?
They're like the fried eggs of mixing drinks. They're the most basic thing, but people can still mess them up.
Like me!
Sugar rushes are simple enough that you only need to follow instructions. If you can't even do that, your future as a bartender is not bright.
Huh. They never told me that.
You're Jill, right?
Yep, that's me.
Dana has talked quite a bit about you.
Really?
And I guess you must have a few questions for me, am I right? Mostly concerning the closure warning Valhalla got.
Can you disclose any information?
I shouldn't, but you have the right to know.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Know where to start. You saw the news on the information leak during Apollo Trust Bank incident, right?
About the White Knights having lots of members from the criminal organizations in the ranks?
Turns out the White Knights weren't the only ones with shady people. Some of those same folks have been trying to elude legal problems. Woo! Using BTC certified bars. The BTC bars have their own protocols, meaning the White Knights can't dig too deeply. At least, not without going through a ton of paperwork first, giving the criminals time to cover their tracks. Although it takes a bit of time to set up, it has apparently proven an effective method for money laundering.
Where does Valhalla come in?
Young bars are the ones under the radar right now, and the modest to low income ones are the primary suspects. It's not just Valhalla. Any small bar with small income is being investigated heavily right now.
So the closure notice is due to low sales.
Among the reasons a bar can get axed, low sales is the rarest one. If low sales were a problem, lots of bars would close every year.
You'll find out soon enough. Huh.
Sorry?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. It seems your guess was spot on, Gil.
If it helps, I'm doing my best to appeal in your place.
Really? Why?
Most of Glitch City's bars are a pain in the ass. They constantly give reports of chemical damage or shady drinks. This is one of the few places from which I've almost never received complaints. The closest thing to a recent complaint was the whole Farmer Fabrics affair from a little while ago. So much saliva. Right, the corgis. I wouldn't get my hopes up though. Especially since PTC will try to save face by axing as many suspects as possible.
Knowing you're making an effort is enough, thanks. Can I get you anything else?
Now that I remember, the recipe book has a drink created here, right?
Oh yeah, the suplex.
Give me one of those, please.
Sure. Cool. I didn't know that there was a drink that only existed here. I feel like somebody asked for that once, like something really different. And I think I just gave them like a Zen star, maybe? What? 4 Bronson. 3 Flanagride. And 3 Carmetrine. All on the rocks and mixed. I must have messed that up and not realized. Here.
The registry form said this was an accident while making a pile driver.
You can ask the creator of the drink just over there.
Ah, so you're Robert.
Too much Carmetrine. Oh well. Yes, that's my name. I'm Robert, the one and only.
Jill called you Gil, though.
It's an Argentinian slang. Robert here is from Argentina, so we call him Gil.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, Brian, I was sorting some stuff at the office. Please come in.
I'll be right there. Any other questions, Jill?
Not really, no. Although... Yeah. Oh.
Yeah?
If you were to evaluate my performance right now, how would you rate me?
Clean and timely delivery of the correct orders, a top-notch bartender.
Thanks.
Now if you'll excuse me.
I'm surprised you haven't met him before. I received my training in another city. The regional supervisor there was some girl with a red mohawk. Ah, I see. I wonder what boss will talk to Brian about. Jill, was it? Ah, Miss Stella, what a pleasure. Fuck, did she have a voice? Are you okay? Yeah, just call me Stella and get me a big beer, please. Sure, on it. A big beer? I usually only make these for Bronson. I miss him. I miss that asshole. Here you go. Are you sure you're fine? You know, Say, right? Of course, what's up with her? She was at Apollo Trust Bank during the whole affair and... Oh. Right, that. So she didn't show up on the list of the massive body count in the aftermath, so... I was hoping that maybe you've seen her. As much as I'd love to say that I had. Yeah, I figured as much. Man, the air is suddenly a lot heavier. I mean, I could tell her everything will be alright, but that would sound a bit condescending. I don't know, yeah, I noticed that too, girl. I don't know if it's because of what I selected or because of the moment. What does this one do? What does one do in this kind of situation? Maybe a joke? No, that'd be tasteless. Okay, just try and say anything. At the very least, you'll break the tension. Maybe distracting her will be enough. I don't think clearly
when under this kind of pressure, do I? There's a private eye here the other day. Eye? Sorry, I'm a bit on edge. A private detective, I take it. Yeah, maybe he'll want his services? What's his name? I believe it was Art? No. Vondelay. Oh, that Art guy. Yeah, I actually hired him yesterday to look for Say. So you still have hope. I'm somewhere between bargaining and depression right now, and I'm afraid to let go of bargaining. I see. Is he any good? He doesn't look like it, but he's quite skilled at gathering intel. I believe he'll give me answers about Say, whatever they might be. Sometimes I wish I had a magic wand so I could solve all of my problems with the swing, you know? Sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable. Oh, sorry, no, it's not about feeling uncomfortable. It's just weird. I usually try to say something to my clients when I see them down. And right now I can't find any words that don't sound hypocritical, useless, or tasteless. I'm glad to know you have that much common sense, at least. All I can do is get you drinks. Can I get you anything else? Something sweet. That'll help me calm down a bit. Gladly. I need the softest, sweetest drink I know. What was it? Sunshine Cloud is a bitter drink? Really? Oh, I guess so. Well... Sparkle Star, maybe? Sweet, girly, happy. Yeah, okay. Aged and mixed. Here. Thanks. Seems you really like Say. I don't have brothers or sisters, and my social interactions are usually strictly business. So Say's more than a friend to me. She's... Sorry, I brought that topic up at a bad time. Don't worry about it. As I was saying, she's more than a friend. She's my emotional support. She's someone I can trust wholeheartedly. I'd say she's like my sister, but siblings usually lack that level of trust. I have to deal with high-class pricks of every race and upbringing on a daily basis. They use a business mask to hide anything they don't want others to know, and I do the same. But with Say, I can be myself. I can do whatever I want and vent all of my frustrations. She's always been there for me, and I know she might need me. And here I am, sitting in a bar, making other people do that job because I'm a useless pile of flesh. Sorry about the outburst. I'm actually kind of jealous of the level of self-control you're using here. I mean, I'd be a mess in that situation. Still, would you like some fresh air? I'm gonna take my break and you could use some. Well, for a given value of fresh. I'm fine, thanks. Okay then. Gil, please service Miss Stella while I take my break.
Sure, leave it to me.
Oh gosh. I'm really worried about Say now. She was always so sweet and nice. I really hope, like, you know what? Actually, of course, the sweetest person in the bar, something ends up happening to them. Of course. Isn't it always like that? The person you want to protect the most ends up in a terrible situation. God damn, it is chilly outside. I guess, Stella left? Let's just do the songs in order, because I haven't done that in a while. And I'm lazy. I'm back. What would a kid like you know about that, huh? I'm just giving you the facts as they are. What happened while I was gone? Let's see. Detective guy comes in, cat boomer girl greets him, they start talking. Everything was okay until the girl mentioned Zaibatsu Core offhand. After that, the guy got riled up and started bad-mouthing it. Oddly enough, he was the only one. She just carried on like it was just a normal conversation.
I see. While I won't deny Zaibatsu Core is anything but innocent, when you get down to it, it has enhanced the quality of life here. Yeah, by enhanced, you mean getting yanked around by a shiny chain around our necks. Can't you see those big companies don't care about us? Why do you think Glitch City is mockingly called guinea pig of the world? We're just one big test group for them, to use however they want. But then again, I don't expect a kid to understand how hard it was, let alone a rich kid. True, I don't know, and true, I have a privilege that clouds my judgment. But can you deny that the meddling of Zaibatsu Core has brought quite a few benefits? Like what? The AI integration. Jesus! The words! Ah! Saying in the dark room. No, Crow. No. The AI integration program they started is making huge advances in the AI department. Every day, more and more countries are seeing the benefits of recognizing AIs as citizens. Yeah, but we also hold the AI reformation program, meaning that we're also the world's little prison. AI went rogue, transfer it to a delivery drone, or ship it to Glitch City. That murderer is now delivering your pizza. Fair point, although that program has proven to have reformed many AIs. They don't brag about their 88% success rate for nothing. The city also has a stronger economy. Zaibatsu Core's success has made more and more companies bring their products here. And the gap between classes continues to grow. More companies just mean more people who will plant their feet on your face. But it also means more products are being brought to the lower classes. Stores have 20% more brand variety compared to last year. Zaibatsu Core's main medical research brand has also made lots of discoveries. More and more illnesses previously thought incurable are being addressed every day.
It's amazing, for those who can afford them. And meanwhile, down here we're experiencing medicine shortages almost every month.
You have a point there. Oh, but there are also more jobs. All of the companies coming down here need personnel. So the unemployment rate has gone down by almost 40% this year.
More jobs? Shut up.
Am I wrong?
Well, that's, Hey, you. Don't just sit there. Give me a Zen Star.
Sure.
Who outright asked for a Zen Star? I don't even need to look this up. I know it's 4 of everything. Everything. But there was some special way I need to prepare it, isn't there? All on the rocks and mix. Yep. Here. God, this is awful.
It's your order, though.
I seriously hope you don't really believe everything you just said.
Of course I do. Why else would I say it? You do bring up something I always fail to remember. All the benefits we've gained over time are limited to a few. I can talk about advances all I want, but in the end, they're still a luxury belonging only to a few. And even those that can be accessed by everyone are more like an improvement in the bigger picture. That doesn't take away the fact that there have been positive changes. And credit where credit's due, don't you think?
That's a pretty mature answer.
Discussions are a way for two parties to understand each other. The only people afraid of discussion are the ones whose points are too fragile to defend against someone.
Yeah, mature or whatever.
I'm gonna take the chance to ask you about that job I gave you yesterday.
Now, I haven't been able to find much, but I can at least tell you that she wasn't at the bank when it opened up.
What does that mean?
Either she left before the whole ordeal started, or she managed to escape at some point before the whole thing ended. All the corpses are accounted for. They only found one totally disfigured, but the witnesses identified it. Wasn't your friend, but that much is for sure. I see. Did you call him here? No, he just so happened to come here today. The weird part is that the girl did enter the bank. It's like she vanished or something. I see, thanks. Keep it up. Your face brightened a bit. Hope is the last thing you lose, I guess. If she's telling the truth, Sei might have found a way out. She's a resourceful girl. She surely did something. I think I'll have another drink. Do you want anything? Me, just get me whatever you order. 2 bad touches, please. On it. Bad touch. 2 Bronson. 2 Power Delta. 2 Flanagride. And 4 Carmatrine. On the rocks and mixed. Got it. Serve. I remember this one party I went to. The guy that came up with the name of this drink showed up. After people found that one out, they lined up to slap him for whatever reason. They didn't seem offended to me, though. Imagine a guy shows up and tells you, I made a classy bad touch. Wouldn't you line up to slap him? Are you okay, Jill? I'm fine. Now that I think of it, did you find that girl you were looking for a week ago, Mr. Vondelay? Turns out she was at the Apollo Trust Bank all this time. No wonder I couldn't get in touch with her. Girl? Someone paid me to look for Crimson Rose, and she happened to be at the... What? I'm trying to avoid mentioning that a dangerous assassin got in the same bank as the girl you're looking for. Oh, don't worry. Besides, the last thing I'm worried about, would say, is people. Why is that? Her attitude is usually so laid back and gentle that she has no problem getting people on her side. And on the off chance that she has to defend herself, well... I once saw her take care of a Warbach on Haywire by herself. So you definitely don't want to be on her bad side either. I'm on Sei's side for sure. She did need medical help afterwards, but she recovered in no time and managed to take care of the bot. Is she really that good? She's not only really physically fit, but she's also really good with Krav Maga and... Something wrong? No, nothing. I just realized I forgot about all that. Sei's not invincible, but she knows how to take care of herself. And like I said, she's resourceful. She surely found a way out. I just hope she's well wherever the hell she is. She owes me an ice cream. You want another drink, Mr. Vondelay? It's on me. Are you sure? Yeah, order away. Okay then, I'll have a Piano Man. And you, Miss Stella? I'm fine, get his order. Lots of ice today, both in game and in real life. It's been very, very icy today. Not snowy, but like it started raining around 1 p.m. and then it chilled the fuck out, and everything was really icy and slippery. It was great. So this is what drinking something classy without worrying about the price feels like. All right, I should get going. My contact will arrive at the rendezvous point soon. I'll let you know if I found out anything else, Miss Hoshi. Please do. Right then. You've been generous today. He made my night with his discoveries on Sei's situation. I'm not totally over it, but at least I got distracted for a bit. I think I've had enough for today. How are you feeling? Better than when I came in at the very least. Thank you for everything. Please come again. Whew, it's been quite the day. At least the streets are calm today.
I have arrived yet again at the oh god, at the majestic hall of heroes.
Calm until now. Oh, it's this fucking again. Fucking.
We meet again, bartender.
You look winded, Virgilio.
It's pronounced Virgilio.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Virgilio. You said as much the last time you came.
Pronunciations are a silly thing a society imposes on the letters. They want to be free. They want to be pronounced however they want.
You look winded, Virgilio.
We're all little toys winded by the cruel hand of fate. Just stumbling until it decides not to wind us anymore.
And yet, you're the only one in the vicinity hyperventilating.
That's I was jogging.
Just like that?
I can jog however I want.
Yes, you can. What can I get you?
Something fake.
Of course. Of course. Coming right up. Fluffy Dream with no Karmatrine. That's pretty fake, in my opinion. Aged and mixed. Here you go.
Now tell me why this is fake.
Because I didn't even try. Your expectations of me giving a damn about the abstract order are fake.
Bravo! Brilliant!
Say, Virgilio, where do you work? You thought it was part of his hair too, Crow? Yeah, I said that earlier. It really blends in.
I take the noble duties of curator at the Steampunk Museum. Museum, even.
Really? What do you do?
Oh, I study everything that comes and keep it clean for the people that visit the premises. But lately, my duties have been hindered by the museum's owner.
Really?
Yeah, he told me, stop touching the exhibits! You're gonna break them down! The nerve of some people. He still fails to realize that I'm the curator there. Without me, all those machines would be rustier than they already are. Even the visitors get that I'm the one responsible for those. Why can't the owner realize that too?
Yeah. I bet he treats you like a janitor or something like that.
Exactly! Okay then, time for your next challenge, bartender.
Challenge, he says.
I want purity.
I can't give him pure ingredients, so... What is pure? What if I just give him absinthe? Maybe I'll just do that. I'm gonna give him absinthe.
How is this pure?
It's a drink. It's free from any human sin. It can do no harm consciously.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. Hey, you, the guy over there.
Me?
Yes, you. Have we met before?
Can't remember. Maybe?
Yeah, I think. No. We haven't met ever. At all.
That's an interesting reaction.
Yes, Dana. Your sister is certainly cute. Can I leave, please?
Fine, we discussed what we had to anyways. Careful out there.
Thank God. A pleasure meeting you, Jill. Same to you, or, Robert.
Please come again.
Bartender, if you're done ogling Mr. Holocaust, Holocaust suit, would you mind giving me a drink?
Sure, what do you want?
I want to leave. Bye, bartender.
Second time he ran off like that. He's either hiding here or would rather not be found by the police. Well, what do you think, Gil?
I know nothing of it.
Of course you don't.
Are we done for the day?
Yep, quite a few clients considering the whole situation.
Oh shit, that Virgilio guy.
So, you two actually met before?
Yeah, you could say that.
What? What?
Gil stuff, don't mind it. What were you talking about to Brian? Yeah, I almost forgot about Brian too, Kuro.
Well, we were mostly catching up, to be honest. I hadn't seen him in a while. I offered him a drink when we met last week. I talked a bit about what ought to do after the bar closes. Oh, and I tried to, explain the situation with Robert here. He agreed to help me out with that one when the time comes.
Ah. Oh.
I was also tuning up the details for the new employee.
New employee?
A part-timer. You'll meet him tomorrow.
Ooh, exciting. Oh.
Him? So it's a guy?
An adorable guy, if I do say so myself.
Ooh, I'm excited. I suddenly have deja vu.
Are you alright, Jill?
Yeah. It must be nothing. 0 mistakes today. Huh. So, I guess I got all of Virgilia's drinks right? Maybe you can't get them wrong. That's good though. I needed that money. I should be okay. Jill's a bit tense. Buying a shoulder massager will prevent her from getting too distracted. Sure, let's get a shoulder massager. I thought I saw that here before too. Yep, there it is. Those days where you're built up too much tension. And we still have 6,000 left. Good, good, good. Getting 8,000 should be no problem. Alright. So I think that's the last day I'm gonna do tonight. 2 days as usual. Plus we had a little bit extra with Dana hanging out with us. But before I call it a night, I'm gonna read some of this news. Nano camo underwear. Ooh. What kind of skin can you use with them? Are there special event skins? They'll nickel and dime with the DLC. There's no way to use the skin you want. I want some nano camo underwear. What would I make it look like? I don't know. I feel like it depends on the occasion, I guess. Because even in Overwatch, I change my skins all the time. I'll just wait until it's modded for custom skins. My walls are made of that thing and I'm alright. Wait, what? Oh, your walls are made of nano camo, not your walls are made of underwear. Of course. We now have underwear that can change its look. Don't you just love the future? I would if they weren't such a bunch of assholes with their business practices, and don't buy the underwear. I won't. Wow. Apollo Bank is getting attacked again. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released. Uh-oh. Remember the leaks from Alice? Those are nothing compared to this. This is big. Files available from everywhere. Terabytes that contain all operations from the Glitch City government and White Knight operations. Oh shit. I can only imagine what people can do with all that information. That shit sounds whack, dude. Jeez. Oh, this is the previous thread, I suppose. Oh, right. I guess we didn't get to read like any of yesterday's news because Dana was hanging out with us. Men prefer Christmas cakes. I have an idea of what a Christmas cake is. It's like a special kind of cake that you buy in Japan around Christmas time. That's all I know. I don't know like as to what the actual flavor or consistency of the cake is. For the longest time, the term Christmas cake referred to women aged 26 or above. Oh, what? It's slang? Who are regarded as undesirable, just like a Christmas cake that ceases being useful after December 25th. Is a Christmas cake like a fruit cake? But men around Glitch City develop a sweet tooth. Ooh. Who doesn't like a mature woman, Todd? 19 told the augmented eye. Is Christmas cake like another word for cougars? They have all the necessary experience already. And plus I'm so tired of spoiled immature girls doing stupid shit. Nice to bring on the hot office lady. So jeez. Jill, 27, is confused. What? Did I get into this interview somehow? Christmas what? Is that like the opposite of a beefcake? After discovering the real meaning, she launched into an hour-long rant. I'll let you know how pencil skirts are the best. AM Township 64 announced. New waifu machine. What? Google says the same thing too. Same thing meaning Christmas cake is slang for cougar, or that it's like a Japanese cake of some kind? If it is like a cake of some kind, what actually is in it, Crow? I mean, I guess I could just look it up later, but I'm really curious now. A new line of personal computers for the anime enthusiast market. The Weave Machine 9000. Appealing to a broader audience with a Uranus game console. Launch games have been announced as well. They include popular franchises like Monster Girl RPG, Monster Girlfriend, and Monster Companion. Oh, we found the perfect system for Harpy. We're going for the weeb audience, said Kirin51, a Sukaban soft janitor. Wait, how does he or she know or care about any of this if he's a janitor? I feel like he's not the best person to be interviewed. What's dignity anymore? Oh boy. EKDV186 gets a historic. Is that like a type of lilium? So it is slang and it's an actual cake. Okay. I'm assuming it's like a fruit cake, but I'm gonna go on Wikipedia later. Weapon enthusiasts are freaking out right now about a firmware update that Case Heavy Industries. Oh, it's an assault rifle. Oh. Full compatibility with nano camo. Interesting. You can sneak past enemies using their environment. Oh, geez. What if the faction trying to attack the government and the White Knights is going to use some of this technology? That'd be scary if they're basically invisible. Anything else going on? I don't see like any notifications. Maybe do I have any new nano camo stuff? I still don't think I can do anything with this. Like, it's just filler. Oh, it looks like Kira Mickey has a new blog thing. How do I do her voice again? Dream person. Every now and then, I wonder if I'll ever meet my significant other. All the stimuli from being born just 3 years ago and directly being thrown in this wonderful disaster that is the idol industry makes me think of all the things I'm missing. Accidental love, lost love, or even the gentle touch of another person. I feel like I'm in this bubble that won't let me catch all possible feelings, and my senses get tired of the same environment. I want to meet new people, places, because even though I have a large bank of knowledge, I actually never experimented with what most consider normal, but you already know that from my songs. Oh. Poor Mickey. GC. Oh, I love this place. I guess she did some kind of concert. So much energy. Even after all the struggles. Have a second date in the city. She's coming back! Maybe she'll stop by the bar. Wonderful. I feel like I've read through this Dome concert thing before. Yeah, I definitely did. I probably read a couple of those things before. A Japanese Christmas cake is a fluffy sponge cake with lots of strawberries and whipped cream. Oh, that sounds lovely. That doesn't sound like a fruitcake at all. It sounds really pleasant. Why would anyone let that go bad? Oh well. Okay, well, it's been a time. Lots of shit going on in this game. It just seems to be ever increasing in intensity. As intense as a visual novel can get. Surprisingly, a lot. We learned a lot about Jill and Boss and Gil today too, which is cool, and it'll be really great to see whoever this new employee is. Apparently this adorable little guy. I'm looking forward to voicing more guys, because I feel like at this point all of my more feminine voices are starting to blend into each other. Okie dokie. Life backup. Save. Good. Bye, Dana. Well, Dana's not going anywhere right away. She's an enigma, but she's our enigma. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me as always. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.